Hey folks, Mr. Dell here. We are looking at a problem dealing with figures, like tile patterns, and how they grow and determine maybe the one before, the one after, as well as kind of describe those patterns. So I'm taking this question from this is CPM, this is course 3, and this is the closure exercises. So closure 1-67. So they give us those figures and they want us to, uh, first of all, draw the first and fifth figure. So looking at the pattern and seeing how it grows. So I look and I see some things. First of all, I see that these three here are never changing, right? Those three are never changing. So I know my figure 1 would have those 3 blocks. So I'll start with that because I know that never changes, right? And then I look to see, well, what else is changing? Let's start with the tail here, or yeah. So that figure 2 has 1, figure 3 has 2, figure 4 has 3. So it looks like it's growing by 1. So if I'm going to go backwards, if that figure 2 has 1, then figure 1's not going to have anything there. So I'm not going to draw a tail. The tail's gone. So figure 1 as well, if we look at the front part, the hood here, the beginning of that little car or truck, what you want to say that shape might be. So there's 2 columns of 2 rows, right? So 2 columns of 2 rows. Then we still have the 2 rows, but now we have 3 columns. And then we still have the 2 rows, but now we have 4 columns. So there's the same number of columns as there is the figure number. So the figure 1 would just have 1 column of 2 rows. So if we're going to draw figure 1, that's what I would predict it to look like. Figure 5, then, if we're going to continue on one more time, we've got that column of 3 doesn't change, and then the tail has 3 here, so 5, the tail will have 4, one more than what it had previously. And then the front end of our truck here, there's 4 columns in figure 4, 4 columns of 2 rows. So this is going to have 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 columns of 2 rows. So there's 5 columns of 2 rows. So there's our 2 figures, figure 1, figure 5. So it asks how many tiles are in each figure, right? So we this is where I would draw a table. So I'm going to do a table over here. It's nice to be able to organize your data in a table. So my table I'm going to have as the figure number, and I'm going to next to that, the other part of my table will be number of tiles, just so I can organize my data, and it also helps me see the pattern. So figure 1 has 5 tiles, right? If we count the tiles. Figure 2, we count the tiles over here. We have 4 and 4, 8 tiles. Figure 3 has, let's see, that's 5 and 6 is 11 tiles. So I'm just counting each of the tiles. Figure 4 has their 7 plus 8 is 15. Okay. And that's figure 4. And then figure 5, we count again. We're going to have, let's see, what do we have? Ooh, I counted wrong here with 4, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, there's 14 there on figure 4. I just realized that. I counted wrong. So figure 5 has, if I count that, looks like we've got 17. Okay, counting all those tiles. So from there, if those are my figures, it says describe how the pattern is changing. And we could describe it with the numeric changes. We could describe it with how I described the tail and the middle piece. So there's all kinds of ways to describe it. Each figure has, and then if we're looking at the numeric piece, we can look at this as each figure, as you go up, it has 3 more tiles, right? So we can look at it that way numerically. It's growing by 3 tiles. So I can write that, growing by 3 tiles. And then the last thing, and I'll let you write that there, growing by 3 tiles is one way to describe it. See, how many tiles would the 6 figure have? Well, if I continue my pattern, the 6 figure going 3, would have 20, right? 3 more than 17 would be 20. And then the 10th figure, so what we can do is just continue our pattern, 8, 9, 10, and let's see, so 7 would have 23, 26, 29, and then 32. So 10th figure would have 32 tiles. Okay, so there you have it.